Have you ever felt that quiet, heavy feeling in your chest late at night? That subtle unease that creeps in when the world is still and silent? It's the anxiety that whispers, "What am I doing with my life?" A question that seems to echo in the darkness, growing louder with each passing moment. You scroll through social media, seeking distraction or maybe a glimmer of inspiration. Instead, you're bombarded with images of people who seem to have it all figured out, their lives perfectly curated and endlessly fulfilling. With each post, the pressure mounts, tightening its grip. It feels like everyone else has boarded a train to a brilliant destination, while you're left standing on the platform confused and ticketless, wondering if you've missed your chance. This pressure to define your existence with one grand purpose is a modern epidemic. We're told we must discover that one singular passion as if it's a hidden treasure waiting to be unearthed. But this narrative fosters a painful sense of inadequacy, making us feel broken if our lives aren't an epic montage of discovery. The truth is, purpose isn't a singular object waiting to be found. I learned this firsthand when my own sense of clarity vanished like smoke, turning my search into a frantic chase. The weight only lifted when I dared to change the question itself. What if purpose isn't a destination at all? What if it's something you build day by day, brick by brick, through the choices you make and the actions you take? This one shift moves you from passively searching to actively creating your own meaning. The power is in your hands to start building today. Let's talk about something that holds so many of us back, something that keeps us searching endlessly. It's the myth of the one true purpose. We're told that when we finally discover it, everything will magically click into place. Our careers, our relationships, our entire lives will suddenly make sense. But the truth is, that's rarely how real life unfolds. It's a romanticized ideal that often leads to disappointment. This myth sets an impossible standard, a bar so high that it's almost guaranteed we'll fall short. It leaves us feeling incomplete, as if we're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle, until we stumble upon this magical, preordained answer. The danger? It keeps us passively waiting for inspiration to strike, for that grand epiphany to arrive. We're constantly searching for the perfect job, the undeniable sign that we're on the right path. All the while, life is quietly, relentlessly passing us by. We dismiss seemingly insignificant acts and overlook valuable opportunities simply because they don't immediately align with this grand, epic narrative we've constructed in our minds. But this waiting game, this constant search, is a trap in itself. The people you admire, the ones who seem to have it all figured out, didn't start with a meticulously crafted blueprint. Instead, they built their purpose gradually, brick by brick, over time. It was through consistent small actions, a series of evolving choices, and a willingness to adapt that their purpose emerged. Steve Jobs famously tinkered in a garage, experimenting and exploring his interests. J.K. Rowling wrote stories in cafes while juggling the responsibilities of being a single mother. Their purpose wasn't a destination. It grew organically, evolving right alongside them. So let's debunk this pervasive myth once and for all. Purpose isn't a static noun, a treasure to be unearthed after a long and arduous search. Rather, it's a dynamic verb, an action to be actively lived and experienced. It's an ongoing process, a continuous journey, not a singular defining event. Your purpose is allowed to change, to grow, to encompass a multitude of interests and passions. It can be multifaceted and ever-evolving. So free yourself from the tyranny of the one true purpose, from the pressure to find that single, all-encompassing answer. That's the crucial first step towards living a truly authentic and purposeful life. A life defined not by a singular destination, but by the journey itself. We often hear about finding our purpose, as if it's a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. But what if that's not quite right? What if purpose isn't something you stumble upon, lying dormant until you unearth it? What if instead it's something you build piece by piece? Think of it like building a house, a long-term project that requires planning, effort, and dedication. It's built one brick at a time. Each brick is a small action, a seemingly insignificant step in the grand scheme of things. A choice, a conscious decision to move in a particular direction. A contribution, no matter how small, to something larger than yourself. Over time, these bricks create a structure of meaning and belonging, a place where you feel grounded and connected. Shifting from finding to building is empowering. It puts you in the driver's seat. You become the architect of your own meaning, designing a life that resonates with your values and passions. You don't need permission or a sign. No grand revelation is required. Just start laying bricks today. Every action, every curiosity, every question you ask, every problem you help solve contributes to the structure you're building. It's all a building block. It doesn't have to be grand. No need for monumental gestures. Listening to a friend, offering a shoulder to lean on, learning a skill, expanding your knowledge and capabilities. Volunteering an hour, giving back to your community. These are the materials of purpose, the everyday elements that shape a meaningful life. Focus on the present. Don't get overwhelmed by the enormity of the task. Just lay the next brick. What's one small, meaningful action you can take today? What's one brick you can lay? Purpose emerges from the process, from the consistent effort of building. It's not about achieving a final picture, but about the journey of creation. One day you'll look back and see a beautiful home you built yourself, brick by brick, action by action. So, start with the next brick. Follow your passion can be intimidating. What if you don't know what it is? Instead, start with curiosity. Curiosity is a gentle spark, not a roaring fire. Notice what interests you, a documentary, a conversation, a new topic. You don't need to know where it leads, just take one small step. Borrow a camera. Try a new recipe. Read about something new. Curiosities are breadcrumbs, leading you down unexpected paths. One interest leads to another, unfolding your journey step by step. Unlike passion, curiosity is about exploration, not a destination. For the next week, jot down anything that sparks your interest. Don't judge, just collect. At week's end, review your list. You'll have a map of genuine interests, a starting point for action. Let curiosity guide your next step. One powerful way to live purposefully is to shift focus from yourself to others. Instead of asking, "What do I want to do?" ask, "What problem can I help solve?" This moves you from self-concern to contribution. The problems don't have to be big. Start small. Is a friend moving? Help them pack. Is the park messy? Pick up trash. Is a neighbor lonely? Visit them. Each small act of service is a brick in your house of purpose. Solving small problems creates value and a sense of meaning. You see your actions matter, and that's the essence of purpose. Become a problem finder in your environment. For a few days, look for small problems you can solve. Offer your skills, time, or a listening ear. Choose one small problem and take action. Notice how it makes you feel. The pressure to find your purpose often comes with the pressure to have a detailed plan. But obsessing over a fixed destination can be paralyzing. Instead, focus on choosing a direction, a general heading, not a specific endpoint. It's a compass, not a map. Choosing a direction gives you movement and progress without rigidity. Your direction could be helping people, being creative, or learning new things. This approach allows for flexibility and discovery. As you move, your direction might shift as you learn and grow. Your actionable step. Choose a direction for the next month. Look at your curiosities and the problems you're drawn to. What's the common theme? Choose a direction, like learning, compassion, or creativity. Make small choices that align with it. Don't worry about the destination. Enjoy the journey. We've talked about shifting mindsets and choosing directions, but it all comes down to action. The journey begins with a single step. The greatest anxiety comes from the gap between knowing and doing. The only way to close that gap is to take one small, manageable step today. The purpose isn't to change your life overnight, but to prove you can move. A small step breaks inertia and creates momentum. What can this step be? It should be so small you can't fail. Take less than 15 minutes. If you're curious about guitar, watch a 5-minute video. If you want to help with loneliness, send a text to someone. Pause and do this now. Identify your one small step. What's the tiniest action you can take that aligns with your curiosity or direction? Then go do it. This is your first brick in a purposeful life. We often think building a purposeful life requires massive change, but meaningful change happens through small, consistent improvements, just 1% better each day. This idea, popularized by James Clear, is powerful. 1% may seem tiny, but it compounds over time. If you get 1% better each day, you'll be 37 times better in a year. Purpose is built through hundreds of small steps, not one giant leap. This approach takes the pressure off. You don't need to be perfect, just a bit better than yesterday. If your direction is health, walk 1 minute more. If it's writing, write 1 more sentence. Focus on small, incremental progress. Celebrate small wins. They build confidence and motivation. What would 1% more look like for you today? Make a tiny improvement in what you're already doing. Small gains are the secret engine of a meaningful life. We started by acknowledging the heavy weight of feeling lost. But you can put down the burden of finding one true purpose. Purpose isn't a treasure to be found, but a home to be built. You are the architect, and you can start today. Remember, release the myth of the one true purpose and embrace building it step by step. Follow your curiosities, solve small problems, and choose a direction, not a destination. Each step is powered by small, consistent actions. It's about taking that first tiny step to break inertia. Embrace being 1% better each day. This is a practice, not a race. Some days you'll lay many bricks, some days just one, and some days you'll rest. You have everything you need to begin. Start building your beautiful life. Lay the first brick now. You are the creator of your own purpose. If you found this message valuable, your support helps us reach a wider audience. Please consider liking this post and sharing it with anyone who might benefit. To ensure you don't miss future content on self-empowerment, subscribe to our channel. Our next video is available here. Thank you for your time and support.